thanks for coming out. My name is James Warren. I'm going to be doing a speech, persuasion speech for my Ivy Tech community college class. It's COM 101. And to start with, I have done some research myself over the last couple of years and recently last couple of weeks. My children for the last 2 years have had to wear school uniforms at their school here in Anderson, Indiana. And to start with, when I first was starting to look things up, I didn't think it was a good thing because I thought their personality, showed by what clothes they wore. After doing some research and then going through it for the past 2 years, I don't agree with that. I think the school uniforms is a good thing. It saves you money, and also you don't have to worry about the people that can't afford the good clothes that the kids were wearing. Everybody's on an equal stage now, and they can concentrate on learning. I'm going to share with you some of the things I found when I've done my research. The first thing is by Melissa Kelly. She has a Bachelor of Arts in History and a Master's Education in Instruction and Curriculum. And the way she states some of the benefits that for uniforms is one of them is preventing gangs from wearing the gang logos, and they can spot. They used to be able to spot that. Now everybody's on an even thing. Can't just wear the gang stuff. I'd be excited for that. And then by doing that, you instill discipline among students, and also if they're in school uniforms, the teachers and staff members won't have to worry about policing and making sure you're wearing the right clothes, you're not, what do they call it, sagging, and also making sure your shorts aren't too short, because they got to be approved. And also another thing we found out from Roy Sasson, most of them basically the same. This one here, she states that they've recently had school uniforms in, I think this is in Boston. They did a survey on 1,300 students, and 67% of the boys, 57% of the girl students, all were for the uniforms. And they say it stops the jealousy, and it helps reduce the discipline, and teacher can concentrate on doing the teaching while the students concentrate on doing the learning. And you don't have to worry about all the fights and all that over school uniforms. At this time, I would like to bring up a student from the audience, and we'll kind of go through and show you what the school uniforms look like here at Anderson High School. And as we go through it, we'll let you know how much they cost and what it would cost if you didn't have a uniform. This is my daughter Haley. She attends Anderson High School. She's been attending the last couple of years there. She's got one more year to go. And how do you feel about the school uniforms?
I think the school uniform, it does help the students concentrate more on their work rather than all the other students around them. And I mean, you don't always have to, like in the morning when you're picking out your outfits and stuff, you don't have to, search for what you want to wear. It's already picked out for you.
You already know, don't you?
Yeah, you just have to search for the color you want to wear.
Okay, you don't have no problem with the school uniforms anymore?
At first I did, but as, the years went on, and it just didn't really become a big deal anymore. It's not as hard to pick out what you want to wear and kind of impress other people.
Well, everybody's pretty much even, I think.
Yeah.
So it makes it easier to go to school, not worry about you being better, they being better.
We all just get along more.
That's good. Not as many fights.
Not as many fights.
Not much sagging going on. All the shorts are right, man. Okay, we'll go to this. The shirts usually cost about $7. You get them for between $7 and $10. Normally, what they would wear would cost what, $20, $30, $40 for a top.
Yeah, depending on what brand you want to get and impress.
And I know still outside of school, you like to wear different clothes, but you don't have to have as many of them.
Right.
So on the top, you save quite a bit. Now on the pants, you usually get $15, $20. To wear normal pants, oh boy. How much do they usually cost? Anywhere from $30 on up to $80, $100 a pair. So you save quite a bit on that. I coming up, Haley.
Okay.
Thank you. And another person here. This one here is from Brian Knowles, and basically he says required that from many private schools and parochial schools in the United States over the last decade that go from Boston to LA has went to mandatory uniforms. And he said on one hand the closed services is a status symbol in many schools. It distracts, distracting from children having to compete with their clothes. And another thing, they said security. When they're having the school uniforms on, it's easier to spot kids that aren't supposed to be there. So that makes it safer for the schools and the students at the schools. And I also found something from USA Today where they tell you how much money you can save. And it shows per child is usually about $185 if they wear school uniform, and compared to school with these uniforms is only $104. That was back in 1998 is when they done that survey. And still, back then, if you say that, just imagine what you can save today. And also another fact from the NPD school uniform study, same thing. They're showing how much money you can save, 185 compared to 84. So that's a big savings. And alright, in closing, I'd like to thank all the parents, grandparents, and students for coming out. And I hope this helped you in this information. And I hope you really think different about it now. And when it comes to your time to go to the school uniforms, that you'll be more open-minded about it. And go forth and save some money. Other than that, I'd like to thank you all for coming out and have a good evening. Thank you.